part respond.
Haven't you done your sins? You sit with a cynical grin. You claim you're an ally. Don't look like John Brown to me. The fire, the fire, the fire. This time we normalize the trauma to deal with pain. Through the eyes of my mama won't die in vain. The fire, the fire, the fire. This time. The fire, the fire, the fire. This time.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. That was the mighty Rebelmatic. And this is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Often imitated, never duplicated. Let the haters hate, the train shall roll on. What's going on? Ray Hogan, what's up, brother? Yes, I told you, meet me in the park. Rebelmatic's playing, bro, right? I love this band, man. It took me a minute to get with the program, I admit it, but love this band, love the energy they bring, love their vibe, man. Just love everything about them, man. It's important, man. It's an important band. This is an important band, and I'm looking forward to having our guest on today. Yes, Chris Hoffman. We're gonna watch some more as well. Yes, Larry the Hunter. What's happening? Is it Kings Never Die going out, right? Got some shows coming up? Hey, Savage, how are you? Yes, everything's well over here. Hey, Laurel, how are you? Yes. Yo, we're going to get into all this, but yeah, Rebelmatic, man, they're out there in the street. During the pandemic, they were doing it. Hey, Gina, how are you? Good to see everybody out there and on this Wednesday. It is a Wednesday, right? That's right. It is a Wednesday, and I'm happy to see everybody. How about the fact that we are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, 126 Hardcore Clothing, and of course, since 1992, Generation Records has been a mainstay in the New York metropolitan area music scene. Today, they offer a diverse selection of new and used rock, jazz, indie, hip-hop, punk, hardcore, metal, blues, soundtrack, and reggae LPs, as well as T-shirts, posters, and other merchandise. They buy used record collections and music memorabilia and will pay you top dollar for them. House calls made for large collections in the tri-state area. Call or email www.generationrecords.com and follow them on Facebook and on Instagram. Also, while we're at it, let's do Chacho's Tacos before we bring on the hardcore shutterbug. Located in Corpus Christi, Texas, Chacho's Tacos opened the doors in 2001, home of the almighty Chacho's Taco. They cook up an incredible home-style Tex-Mex food, and this month they're celebrating their 21st anniversary. They've been supporting underground music since the beginning. In their own words, we ain't stopping anytime soon. Touring bands that play Corpus Crispy. Would you like that crispy? Would you like that original or crispy? Corpus Crispy, swing by and get a home cooked meal. I got food on my mind. Can I have my Chacho's Taco Crispy? Get a home cooked meal at Chacho's Tacos. We got you. The underground scene will never die. Please follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. You know what? absolutely women in the pit in the house. Want to shout out Danielle and Lori and Gina and everybody else from Women of the Pit. I know you got some grief recently, and that shit is just pathetic. There's a lot of pathetic people out there, right, that need attention. I need attention. I'll insult somebody. So we love Women in the Pit. We love what they're doing. You know what? While we're here, let me shout out Nancy Barill's book event. Where is that? Right here. Women in the Pit presents on Saturday, May 14th at Generation Records. It is the Nancy Barill I Am Not Holding Your Coat book event. Get your shoes and socks on, kids. It is right around the corner. I am moderating it. We're going to talk about her great book, Acoustic Set by Kate 108. Come on now. And what time? It's 5 o'clock, Saturday, May 14th. So looking forward to this event. You do not have to be a female of the species to attend. All right? Yes, Sergeant D, it is a great book. Yes, Chucky, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you. Hey, Flora, what's happening, doll? Thanks for stopping by. Yes, the gang's all here. So let's get down in this part of town. Let's bring on the one, the only Hardcore Shutterbug.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Happy to be back in the New York groove.
What is that, a leather jacket you're wearing?
No, it's nice. It's a little winter jacket. Michael Kors.
You think you're hard with the leather jacket?
No, this ain't leather.
All right. Hey, listen. Man. You know, it's been a minute. Oh shit! What did I just do? Hold on. No, I don't want to print that photo. I want to enlarge it and put it on the screen. That said, let's do this. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is photo of the day. Don't be shy. Wrong answers only, please. Here we go. Va va voom.
Boom.
First one. Photo of the day. What do we got here? Here we go. Anybody? This one's going to be tough. This one's going to be tough.
Yeah, I like the way you handled this. This is good. You could have given it right to him.
Right. Is it Mike Tyson? No, Mike Tyson's got a big tattoo on his face.
That's right.
Is it Urkel? Is it Larry Graham? Is it a young Bob Marley? Is it Muzz Skillings? Not bad. Is it Seal? Wait a second. Is it Will Calhoun? Isn't Will Calhoun and Muzz Skillings?
They both were Living Color, right?
Did they both play bass in Living Color?
Yeah, one of them replaced the other, I think.
But wait, didn't Melvin Gibbs play bass in Living Color?
No.
I'm so confused.
That's Melvin Gibbs.
Oh. All right. Let's skip that. Moving right along. Here's another clue. Here's another. You know what? Listen, I'm a bozo because I performed with that guy. Hold on.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Hold
on.
on.
Nice.
I'll explain it later. Here is part 2 of Name That Band. Here is your second clue. Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Is it?
This guy's a monster. He's one of my favorite guitar players.
Yep. There you go. Anybody? Is it Harry Krishna? All right, people are throwing it down. Is it Screwdriver? No. No. Is it Nebraska? Is it Men at Work? Come on, Eileen. Oh, I'm down on my. That was. I know that wasn't Men at Work, but that popped in my head.
This is Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Come on, Eileen. Toorah, eh? Is it David Koresh?
He had long hair.
Yo, like David Koresh. All right, hold on. Here's another clue. Another clue from that band before we
I like
drop-
how you're reeling them in with this. This is good.
Yeah. Well, I already blew it, but here you go. Here's another one.
Another monster. What a band this was.
Is it Shelter? That's a good one, Rap.
What a band this was.
Yeah. Okay. Can anybody safely guess what this band is? Once again, Chris Haskett?
Boom.
That's Chris Haskett?
No, that was the last picture.
Chris Haskett was he was the last. Melvin Gibbs? All right. Is it Pete Steele? Is it Sim Kane?
That is Sim Kane right there.
Is it Simon Kirk? Yo, not mad at Simon Kirk at all, Sergeant D.
A little
That's
Bad
good
Company
one.
reference.
Yo.
Nice.
Bad Company. Yes. Is it Stuart Copeland? No. Is it Sim Kane? All right. Is it the Rollins Band? Is it Rollins Band? Is it?
It is.
Is it? It is?
It is. It is the Rollins Band.
All
As
right,
a matter of fact.
let me get the banger right here.
Yeah, let's get the big guy out there.
Here we go. Here we go. Boom. There you go.
Boom.
Yep. All right, what's happening here?
Wow, this is, of course, the Rollins Band, and this is going back to CBGB, circa early '93. They were working. The Wait record wasn't out yet, but they were playing all the new material, and they did like 3 shows in like a 5-week period, and this was one of the shows, and the songs were literally changing every time you saw them. Like they were really kind of building the songs live, and it was really cool. And we have earlier, a few, probably 50 episodes ago, we showed from one of the other shows when they brought Vernon Reed on stage with them, and he played with them, and that was in that same like 5-week period where they would just pop up, and these shows were incredible. I am such a fan of this band, and when Melvin joined the band after Andrew Weiss left, it gave them a real flavor to it, and I was just such a big Rollins fan. Now, what was your connection to Melvin?
Me, I did I think it was a Black Flag tribute at Bowery Electric that Todd Youth was sort of quarterbacking. And the backing band was Todd Youth on guitar, Mackie on drums.
Wow.
And Melvin Gibbs
on bass.
Yeah. And I did a Black Flag song with them.
What'd you do?
For some reason, I think I did No Values. But I get them mixed up because I did that with Todd a couple of times. I did the Motorhead one. I did a Motorhead one, a Black Flag one. I did it like 3 times with those guys. And there was, one time Steve Soto was playing bass. So I get kind of confused.
Well, that's a crazy lineup right there.
Yeah. Oh, there was a Bad Brains one we did.
Oh, nice.
And I did At the Movies. It was killer, man.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great. That's my favorite song on that album. Killer.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving and grooving. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll talk to you later. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that special time is here. It's been a while. Put your fingers in your ears. Here we go.
Rackbone! 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 Rackbone!
Bro.
What's up? What's up?
What's that, a mustache?
I had a big grizzly old beard. I was getting sick of it. I just couldn't let it all go. So I'm pimping the 70s stash for a minute.
Along with the Scorpion shirt.
Yeah, man. Scorpion's got a new record out, Rock Believer. It's a little dated for people like us, I would say that.
Is it?
But
I can't say I've heard it.
It's actually really good. It's like 5 good songs, but the rest of it's like dated, and like you can almost feel like they just needed to put out a record and they had some filler. It wasn't that. But
what's happening?
I got some great stuff to show today. I've been scoring little scores. I'm gonna start off with this 1977 Burger King glass made by Coca-Cola that I'm gonna fill with Coca-Cola. And I'm going to drink out of it.
Man, you shouldn't drink that rot gut, man.
Oh, I love this shit, man. Drink a 6-pack a day, man. Don't hate. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
All right.
Let's keep it rolling. I got that cool cup. We're going to keep it going. These always were cool to me. We're going to keep it on Star Wars today. Sorry. The cool Star Wars Deca cup. These would come in like a 3-piece set. You'd get a bowl, a plate. Made by Deca. Planet of the Apes also was cool. Had plates made by Deca. And then last time I teased a little bit, I got a bunch of new action figures. Well, basically a whole case. I mean, they're hard to see, but yeah, a whole case. But I'm going to show some of these cool not Star Wars ones. Because there was other lines out. Because when Star Wars came out, it's got so big so fast. It was such a money magnet for toys and kids that all these other spinoffs came on TV. And I liked this one as a kid. Buck Rogers. And these are pretty hard to find. They get really loose because they're jointed with little metal joints. If you can see those little metal joints. Beady. You got Twiggy. You got Buck.
Who's that? Who's that dude that played Buck Rogers in that later film?
I don't know the actor's name for that one.
What was his name? Tweaky? Is that right?
No, that's Twiggy.
Tweaky. Okay.
And this broad, I had a crush on this broad, right? Where is she? The like evil princess that would always be tricking Buck and shit, dating him, and then like turning on him in the middle of the episode.
I know. I personally have fell for a couple evil princesses myself.
This was my guy on the show, and the cool thing that came with these guys is the card back. The card backs are always cool, because these always got tore up and ripped up, and that's actually how you find out the other figures that are out there. But I always
it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that this stuff survives, man.
You remember this show, though, right, Drew? I mean,
but it wasn't my thing, but I remember it. Yeah,
of course.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Gil Gerard played Buck Rogers. Thank you.
I know that the girl was Erin Gray, and I don't know why I know her name.
Yeah, Brian Williams got it too. Gil Gerard.
And then
Gil Gerard.
Some of these minty Star Wars guys in the case too. Got a little Yoda, nice little, super cool, clean Yoda. I love getting
that Yoda. That Yoda looks like he's mentally unstable. That Yoda.
He's super clean, bro. They're cool when they come and they got their weapons with them, and that. Like, see how that gun's a little gray?
Yeah.
A lot of those guns are blue, and they go for like other characters. So when people are really in depth collecting like this, you got to have the right weapon for the guy and all the accessories. Squid guys, pretty cool. I always like the Star Wars aliens. Who don't like a good, weird looking alien? When you're a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I always like this too. And the cool thing, I got a lot of Return of the Jedi guys this time, which was pretty cool because the Book of Boba Fett that's on right now, it's kind of all centered around like Jabba's palace, and off that shows this guy Bib Fortuna. But the thing about these that's cool, not just that I think they're cool, but this stuff is always missing, like this chest plate. You might pay like $40 just for that piece. The staffs always are missing, So got a couple of those.
All right.
That's about it. And the other cool thing that came with that, the last thing, and you guys all, I know you like Star Trek, and these were from the movie, and this is really cool because it's still on the card, and these are really rare, made by Mego, the same company that puts out all the Planet of the Apes stuff that I show on the show.
Is that my homegirl with the shaved head on there? What was her name?
Yeah, word, there she is.
Is that Persis Kambata? I think her name was. She was hard,
There she is.
And
look, you see the alien ones on the back? Those figures are worth like $200-300 each.
Wow.
Because it was such an obscure line, it didn't last very long.
Skinhead girl. All right.
So yeah,
all right.
Let's have a great show. Love Creature. Yep. His ethos is hardcore to the hardcore, keeping it in the gutter, keeping it in the streets. Like the same thing when the COVID happening, I really was pleased to see them just saying, nah, we ain't going to take no for an answer. We're going to do what we want to do. So
Absolutely.
cheers. Have a good show.
Cheers. Talk to you in a
Peace.
bit.
Ragbone! 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 Ragbone!
All right, let's bring our guest on. Here we go. Today's guest is a vocalist, author, and composer hailing from Corona in the New York City borough of Queens. He's known for his work with the Triflix. God, I asked him how to pronounce it. I think I fucked it up. Hold on, I want to get it right. Hold on. Got to get this right, man. Triflix. Thank you. Triflix. Sky Pimps, Executioners, MF Doom, Cool AD, and of course, the mighty Rebelmatic. Please welcome, coming at us from Brooklyn, New York, the Creature. Brother.
Yo, what's happening, Drew? Triflix.
Triflix, for Christ's sake.
Triflix. Look, I had to keep, I'm in the street. I had a bad reception in the house. So I said, let me come to the stoop. And it's nice out. So I'm on the stoop right now.
Bro, I love it. It's like the first time one of our guests has ever been on the stoop, man.
I'm on the stoop. You see the doors open. I'm on the stoop.
Come on now.
Boom, boom. I got a park across the street. A school across the street. Yeah, serious.
Good. Hey, let's jump into it. What's the latest? What's happening? During the pandemic, or like bring us up to date.
Oh, well, during the pandemic, for those who don't know, we did 33 pop-up shows in Brooklyn at an undisclosed location that you had to DM us to find out about. It was very successful. We galvanized the community, and we at the same time we continue to get our art out there. We have an EP coming out April 1st called The Morning Dove, 4-song EP. It has a song with Angelo Moore, Fishbone on it. April 3rd, we're playing, your show, the New York Hardcore Chronicles live at Bowery Electric with Women of the Pit as well. See y'all together with Fahrenheit 451, High and Mighty, Ma'afa, Us, Ape, Bridge Ride, and more. I don't want to I hate saying and more, but I don't off the top. I don't remember, but
I'll throw the flyer up there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here's the flyer. Go on.
Yeah. April 6th, we're going on the road for about from April 6th to the 24th. We're going on the road with Weed Eater. So that'll be fun. That's like the South and Midwest and East Coast. So that'll be cool. Just working, man. Staying positive, staying productive. We out here. We're literally outside.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I know it's a little noisy, but it's great. It's great. Hey, so how'd you come up, man? Where did you come up? Did you grow up in a musical household?
No, not at all. Like I grew up playing sports from like 7 to 14, and I always listened to music, but music was like kind of background. It was like a background thing. It was like, people listen to music, but I didn't like buy the first tape I think I bought was Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon at the Wiz.
Wow.
And that was the first at the Wiz on 33rd Street and 6th Avenue. Yeah, 6th Avenue. That's where I bought it. And the first album I knew like every word was Run DMC, Raising Hell. So music was a part of it, but it wasn't really. You know what I mean? I think when I got to high school, it kind of became more of a priority. You know what I mean? It became like I went to go play sports in high school, and they didn't have a football team, so I wound up gradually getting more into music. Listening, liking, and then actually doing.
You went to Francis Lewis High School, right?
Francis Lewis High School in Fresh Meadows. Yep.
And the sick of it all guys went there, right?
Lou and Pete went there. I think they went before me. I think my first year they left the year before I came in, but everyone's telling me that they went there. And I think what's the name? I think Timmy from Token Entry went there, and a couple of different people went to Francis Lewis at a time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and early on, like when you started music at a young age, who really inspired you musically early on?
I mean, I feel like I say similar things. I mean, okay, so like in with I started in a band. Like my first band was like 89, 90. It was a hardcore band called Short Notice, and that was like very inspired by like New York hardcore stuff during that period. Whether it's from the New York hardcore and plus Bad Brains, Minor Threat, Gorilla Biscuits, Sick of It All, Warzone, stuff like that. Demise, yeah, that's me. That's at February. So that's my first show.
Wow. How old were you here? How old were you here?
About 16. 16.
God bless.
Yeah. So stuff like that. But then what made me start, like I started rhyming like later on, about 16 going on to 17. And that was like Public Enemy and NWA and stuff like that. But as far as like, I feel like I'm trying to encapsulate it very quickly, but it's a lot of stuff, man. But really who made me start doing music, like hardcore, when I seen Bad Brains, I feel like I seen the representation, like I can do it when I saw them at the Lemoores. As far as hip hop, it was like it was Public Enemy and NWA. Yeah,
and I think it's safe to say, growing up in New York City, which I did as well, and going to public high school in New York City, back then it was sort of, the hardcore stuff and the rap stuff really ran head to head for a couple years there. It wasn't, hip hop didn't blow up super big yet. It was
right.
They were both super deep underground movements, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, hip hop was bigger than hardcore, but at the same time, it was. I mean, listen, look, Chronicles and Run DMC was both on Profile. So that should, what I mean? And Murphy, what I mean? So that should say, Dana Dane and Murphy's Law. So that should say something in a sense, in itself. But I'm sure the hip hop artists had a bigger budget, not because of better music necessarily, but just because they were both like, urban music that kind of spawned into something bigger. But yeah, I think a lot of us that grew up in a certain time, it was cross-pollinating.
Yeah, for sure. And so how did things move along musically? How did you get into sort of the rap game for a while there? I know you had some success. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like from high school, like I was in the band for a while, and then I kind of got into more like the rhyming, and I didn't play in a band for a while. So then from rhyming, I went, I dropped out of school, went to GED school, got my GED, met like one of my other partners that rhymed around the way, went to Elmcore in Corona. And then in like 2 or 3 years, we got a record deal with Island 4th and Broadway. And it's just hip hop was always around the neighborhood anyway. That was like stuff that was always around. And I, delved more into it, started putting out music that like our first single came out in 96, was produced by the Beatnuts. And then from there you met Buck live in your high school, right? Yeah, me and Buck played in the band. Actually, in the picture that I show you with the band picture, the kid playing drums is Buck live, and he run. Yeah, he run.
I didn't realize that.
He played drums. We played a band together, and then we rhymed together too. So he was like a huge Voivod fan. He was huge into Voivod, and we went to high school together. Then we met our other boy, Gab Gotcha. Shout out to Gab Gotcha. I met him in Elmcore, and then I introduced him to Buck, and then we all became a group. And then, we got better. Well, I got better. We got good, and then we got a deal. And,
was that an exciting time to be signed to Island Records at that sort of?
Yeah, I mean, we were like, teenage, like late teens, going into like 20s. So it was super exciting. And at the same time, it was like, all right, now we have a chance to do something that we wanted to do. It wasn't like we got this huge deal. It was like a single with an option for an album type of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? But let's not
get crazy, right?
Yeah, let's not exactly. And it was like, we're still hanging out with the same people. We're still hanging out at the park. We still, we're doing the same things. We just got a record deal. Now we got to see if we get a chance to crack this music industry stuff. So, I mean, it was cool. It was a great experience, but like more stuff kind of delved later. Like that the Island deal kind of didn't, we were young. So it didn't, we recorded a single. It didn't come out. Then we signed to another independent record label called Hydra Records. And the Beatnuts produced our single. We did, I did decent numbers on the underground. And then after a while, the group kind of broke up. People went their different ways. And I just kept rhyming and, doing stuff, putting out music, being on albums, and eventually started touring to Europe and stuff like that. And, and then at some point, from traveling back and forth to Europe, I was just like, man, I don't know. I feel like rhyming is hitting that ceiling for me. I feel like, man, I feel like I need to get back to playing with live music. Because I just felt my energy was just feeling like rhyming.
Can I interrupt you a second?
For sure.
I know this is you and our old friend Ricky
Powell. That's my brother right there. Rest in peace, Ricky.
Yeah. I'm assuming this was sort of during that era. If you were on a show.
No, this is after, man. So I'm going to get into that. There's a point in like 2005 or something. I got known for selling music on the street, and like I met Ricky selling music on the street downtown, and me and Ricky built a relationship, and that's from his from the rapping with the Rickster. That's the outtakes. So like, we became really good friends. I'm in his Frank book. I'm in the Individualist book. He took band for became a really, really good friend of mine. You know what I mean? Like a big bro. And so that I wanted to show that because I was, and we got a birthday 10 days apart too. So I'm always just like, every chance he got, he wanted to make sure that he showed, like, exhibit my talent. So I wanted to make sure I still never forget about him.
Yeah. Did you see that documentary about him?
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm in the, I mean, that was, listen, I text him a day before they found him, like, that he died, just randomly on some, like, hey, Unc, I love you. Just let you know. You know what I mean? Like, randomly. And he responded back, Papa Treats, what's up? You know what I mean? So, it was heavy, but it's all right. But that's my guy right there.
Well, he went out with his boots on, that's for sure.
Yeah. Rick, Rick is he's an icon, man. He's a legend. He hated being called a legend when he was alive, but he's a legend. Yeah. And so no, but that was that. Fast forward, I start after going through the record deals and all that stuff. Coming back from tour, I decided, like, you know what? If you're serious about doing your music, you come back to that DIY thing. Like, no one owes you anything. You got to do it yourself. So, I started selling music on the street. Got known for it. Was in the New York Times, and Stars and Blacks did a episode on me. Wrote a book about selling music on the street. So that was a whole different. That was another era. And from that, I kind of morphed back into like playing in the bands, because I was just kind of like, man, listen, I'm not over rap. I'm never over, because it's all music. But I need to get that energy that I need again that I had when I was younger. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I know. Yeah. I do. I understand. I do. Being, still singing in a hardcore band. Is that what led to Rebelmatic coming together?
Yeah, I went to he went to high school. We went to the same high school. This kid that was the original bass player, and but we didn't go to the same time. He knew guys that were in my band. Like, I remember going back to high school just to check on him, like, yo, what's up? And and then he met me then, and he always used to tell me, he used to say, yo, I'm gonna play in a band with you, man. I always want to play in a band with you. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, and then I ran into him in the streets. Yo, I want to play in a band. I said, that's crazy, because I've been thinking about playing in the bands again. And it kind of just happened like that. And we had, different members, but yeah, and that it was meant to happen. Cats that listen to a lot of different music, hardcore kids that have a hip hop background and other music as well.
Was there?
Ricky took that picture.
Is that right?
Ricky took that picture. Yeah.
No kidding. Ricky Powell, rest in peace. That's it. That's down near his neighborhood down there. Yep,
right? Yep. That's
I know exactly. I know exactly. That's like 4 blocks from his house, man.
Yep. Ricky took that picture.
That's cool. Now, like, when Rebelmatic started rolling, was it a conscious effort to like let's it should be 4 black dudes, or was it just whoever? Or you know, and I'm not getting heavy with you. I'm just wondering.
Nah, you can get heavy. You get heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, our original drummer, rest in peace, Sticks. He passed away a couple. He wasn't a black guy. I don't know. That's not our original drummer. Our original drummer wasn't a black guy.
Right.
It was kind of like who has the talent, who has the vibe we on.
Sure.
And then it just kind of wound up being this, you know, this black guy's always in the band. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, it just just kind of happens.
All right.
And now it's the brothers are always around. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so a question from Hegs: where did Rebelmatic's funky, jazzy sounds come from?
I mean, we're New York City cats. We all grew up in New York, and we all listen to like various music. Like we don't listen to just the hardcore. We don't just listen to hip hop. We listen to funk. We listen to jazz. I grew up. Me and Alcatraz grew up in Corona, Queens. So we grew up listening to like bachata, merengue, salsa. So that's in all that's in the music. And really, if you grow up in New York, and especially in the inner cities, or you like move around, the sounds and the vibrations are already there. Especially if you grew up in a pre-gentrified New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And Ramsey, who plays drums with you, is related to Old Dirty Bastard, correct?
Yeah, that's his brother, ODB's brother, and that's RZA and Jizzle is his cousins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And that's just me to him too, like just in the, you know what I mean, in the street and just kicking it, man. Everyone's kind of like, you know how this is, man. Everyone knows everyone indirectly, even if you don't meet somebody, you know them indirectly. You know it happens like that. Yeah, that's Ramsey right there. Yep.
Yeah. And your bass player Carnage is just on
my guy.
He's on some shit, man.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Wow. I mean, he pretty much leads the charge, doesn't he, man?
Well, I mean, you know what it is? Him and I feed off each other. I put him in the band. And he's electric, man. I call him the boogie woogie man. You know what I mean? He has that extra energy. He has that energy, and so we were in a park. Well, we were in Tompkins. Actually, that time was in Tompkins. This cat, I don't know if it was a homeless, cat comes up to me while he's playing. He's like, man, go ahead, Bootsy. Go ahead, Bootsy. Do your shit. Go ahead, Bootsy. Go ahead. You know what I mean? So that was cool. Now he's definitely got that spirit and that energy. Definitely.
Yeah, Rich Zola, the great photographer, says he always moving nonstop.
Oh yeah. Rich is great. That's the part of what he does. And he didn't play bass before he was in the band.
He started
playing. Nah, he never played. He played bass because he's a guitar player, but he plays bass with us. Like, wow, I'm a magician, man. I make things happen. So he's a but he's been playing a while now, but he got the feel, man. Look, all of us, so everyone in this band does more than one thing. Like, Ramsey, DJs as far as plays drums. Carnage, like, plays guitar. He plays a little drums. Obviously, he plays bass, but he rhymes too. He, Alcatraz produces hip hop beats. I rhyme. We all do promote. We like literally, if we wanted to flip this and do something totally different, it would be easy for us because we're into it and we do other stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the world we live in now. Is that it's not it's not enough to be a musician or an author. It's like it seems like the world we live in now. It's like I'm a musician. I gotta you gotta be multifaceted in this day and age.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just natural. I mean, it's just like stuff we into. Like, I enjoy rhyming, and Cats, the other brothers, they enjoy DJing and making beats sometimes. So it's just it's just a part of it. It's part of the makeup,
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin, where did Alcatraz come from?
He's from my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
We from the same neighborhood. He's from he's from 97th. I'm from 96. You know what I mean? So down the block.
That makes a lot of sense. Hey, I wanna ask you. I know you mentioned this to me, and I think it's. Hold on, let me clear the deck a little bit. I got a kick out of this when you told me
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I already know.
So here. Tell us about this right here, bro.
All right, so yeah, that's the what you going to do, the Onyx video, the Run DMC video featuring Onyx, 1993, off the Down with the King album, correct?
Yeah.
So Drew, I seen Drew posted it, and I think he was the producer of it, and I was like, yo, listen, I was in that video, like my Shy Skills, rest in peace, the DJ for Onyx, a friend of ours, my friend of mine, James Data, they lived in the same building. So we didn't know we're at James Data's house in Flushing, and he's like, "Yo, what y'all doing?" We're like, "We just, working on me." He said, "No, yo, what's up? Let's go. We're going to video." All right, and we go to the video. We just take a cab out to or drive or take a cab out to like Jamaica and go to the park.
It was in I think it was called Hollis Park. I think it was.
Yeah. We drove out there. And we wound up seeing the video. So, oh shit, this is Run DMC with Onyx. And I tripped out because the first time I seen like Onyx in person, it's in person. I was like, oh, Sonny Caesar, this guy, who's that little kid with them? And I was like, oh, that's Sonny Caesar. That's great. Yeah, but it was crazy because it's like full circle. You were like producing the video, and I was at the video in the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. I love when things tie together like that. And I think Shy, I think he produced that track, right?
Yeah, he produced. I think, because in '93 before like Wu-Tang came out, Onyx had it. Like, come on, let's be honest. Everybody was sounding like Onyx. The bald heads, the look, the aesthetic. Onyx had it for like from '92 into like half of '93, and then when Wu-Tang came, it kind of it changed. But
they definitely went on that run there. I work with them. We did Slam. That I got I got that double platinum record up there. We did
classic.
We did Shifty with them, which was
classic,
which was a 3-day video shoot. And we did Biohazard and Onyx Slam, the Bionics mix together.
That's great.
Right. And then they're in this video too. So Paris, and yes, I know people are asking, yes, that is Paris Mayu from the Cro-Mags with the Steadicam rig. He directed these videos, and I produced them through my company, Stone Films NYC, at the time.
Nice.
And we worked with them a bunch of times, man. They were great. They definitely had it going on there for a minute, man.
Oh yeah. And Rebelmatic, we opened for Onyx in Jersey like, I don't know, 5 years ago. That was kind of crazy.
Right?
Full circle. Yeah. It was an interesting show.
I got to get one of those guys on the show, man.
Yeah, they got energy. They're dope. They're dope as far as
They're still it. I seen Frejo a while back. Hey, let me take a sponsor break here, and we'll come back and let's talk about the pop-up shows and where we're heading from here. All right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there you have it. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, and our guest today is Creature from Rebelmatic, one of the best bands out there in New York City these days. We are sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, DTFM Vinyl Distro, Chacho's Tacos, Generation Records, 126 Hardcore Clothing, and the Texas Silver Rush. It's a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as style them for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rollet, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. During this current pandemic, which seems to be coming to an end after 2 years, all information and online sales are being taken on their Facebook and Instagram page, and of course, www.thetexassilverrush.com. Also, want to shout out our latest sponsor, and were kind enough to send me this really dope embroidered sweatshirt. See, I got it all. I matched up my game today, and that is 126 Hardcore Clothing. They're a streetwear brand for restless individuals who don't compromise. They're about being positive, spontaneous, and true to yourself. For years, they experimented with several printing methods and materials and collaborated with a large number of designers and illustrators, always giving room for fresh perspectives while retaining the hardcore attitude. Get in touch with them. Ramp up your game. www.126clothing.com. Actually, he sent me some cool shirts. Shirts for some of the guys in the band, some of the guys on the show. Yeah. 126 Hardcore Clothing. our new sponsor, and want to thank them for coming aboard. Hey, also, you know what? I want to mention Patreon. If you want to support this show, if you can support the show, support the show. If you are a Patreon, if you're a patron on Patreon, I know I've mentioned this before, I'm mentioning it again. A7 shirts, back to the New York Hardcore Roots series. Got a couple of New York Hardcore Chronicles film shirts. These are shirts I have left over from a couple. There's a A7 comp shirt. If you're a patron, the shirt is free for you. Just reach out to me. Just send me the shipping, especially if you're in Europe. Friggin' European people with your $25 shipping. But these shirts are free if you're a patron. So come and get one. And I got some weird sizes like small and medium. I don't have XLs or larges. So listen, you know, if you're a gal, you can pack your rack in this, you know, whatever. If you're a patron, friggin' reach out, you know, let's get you one of these shirts. Let's clear some of this crap out of my apartment. Yeah, it's cool, right? Nice job. It's like a varsity thing, and it's got this on the back, you know. Nice sponsor, nice clothing sponsor, you know. I want to mention the next 4 shows that are coming up as well. This Sunday is Jake from the Casualty, Sunday, March 6th, this Sunday. Let's clear all this stuff off. Jake will be on the show from the Casualties this Sunday. And hold on. Yeah. So Jake's coming up this Sunday, March 6th. Should be a very cool show. And then next week, there's no Wednesday show. I am going to be in Florida, and I will mention that after. The world premiere of my new film is in Florida a week from tomorrow. If you're down in Southern Florida, I'd love to see you. So there's not a Wednesday show next week. We're coming back on Sunday, March 13th with Dave from Dog Eat Dog talking about his incredible love for horror films and horror movie soundtracks. Speaking of films, Wednesday, March 16th, Michael Alago is coming on the show. It is the relaunch of Who the Fuck Is That Guy? The Fabulous Journey of Michael Alago. New distribution deal. It's going on a lot of platforms. We're going to have a couple guests on. Looks like including Sean from White Zombie. So that should be cool. And then Wednesday, March 22nd, of course, Rick Agnew from the Adolescents. Here you go. Excuse me. A week from tomorrow, you people down in Florida, man, yo, come and support. I'd love to see you. It is the world premiere of The Jews and the Blues, my new film. It is premiering at the Boca Raton Jewish Film Festival, Oy vey Shmir. And that is in Delray. It's screening in Delray. It's incredible how this worked out. Is that we're in the film festival, and they're screening the film in a place called Movies of Delray, which is literally right across the parking lot from where my dad lives. So Arnie's doing the Q&A with me. It's going to be great. So, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, pack your rack into that, woman. That said, yeah, you're going to get, all you Florida people are going to get personal calls from me this week because we want to see you down there. Hey, Jimmy Hazel, shouting out Jimmy Hazel from 24/7 Spies. What's up, brother? I hope you're getting ready, Jimmy Hazel, because on Sunday, March 20th, this is coming up. 24/7 Spies, Ache. There you go. 24/7 Spies, Ache, Neighborhood Shiznit, Serial Poets, and Iconicide. That is the next free show at the Bowery Electric. Free show. Which is pretty humorous when people go on about, oh, Drew Stone, he's only doing it for the money. Really? Since when do free shows make me money? Vinny Doak, what's up, brother? How you feeling, man? I see you just got out of the hospital. I hope you're well. You know? So there you go. Jason, glad you can make it. And, want to shout out once again, 126 Hardcore Clothing. What does he say? One is for unique because you're not like other. 2 is for together because we're a community collective with a common mentality. And 6 is the smallest perfect number because we make the smallest details matter. There you go. That said, let's clear the deck. Let's bring our guests back on. Let me get rid of Dad there. Yep. Yeah, Del Rey. All right. Well, come on up. Hey, Broken Idol, come on up for the screening, man. It's a hater. Hey, Daisha, what's up? Hope you're well. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, I know they're out there, man, and they're pathetic. It's pathetic. I need attention. Let me insult somebody. That's the internet for you. Welcome to my world, man. Yes, Vinny, we hope you're feeling better. That said, let's bring our guest back on. Creature from the mighty Rebelmatic. Brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Florida. I see Florida. Florida, yeah. It's a lot going on out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
What's this tour you guys got coming up?
Oh, we're going to Florida actually too. I think we're starting. I think our first show is like Virginia, and then it's like I don't even have the dates on my hand, but it's like Virginia, South Carolina, Florida, New Orleans, Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis. I don't know, a bunch of stuff, but it'll be fun.
Here's a question from Laurel. Hey, Creech, is your Pittsburgh show going to happen?
Yeah, Pittsburgh's happening. We're going to have Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is on. I was going to say, yeah, Pittsburgh is on. That's going to happen.
Okay. Hey, you know what? We're just going to poke around a little bit. Tell us a little bit about this release.
Oh yeah, that's a single, man. That's a single from the new EP, Morning Dove, Walk on Water. I mean, so our album Ghost in the Shadows came out August of 2020. The pandemic happened. We started doing pop-up shows, et cetera, et cetera. But we got a lot of music. So we got a lot of music. We got a whole nother album. Like besides this EP we're about to put out, we have an album and another EP worth of stuff. We work a lot, we kind of create. So we wanted to have something, come out with something, even though people been hearing us and some people it's new, we put out something, give people a buzz of something, what we do. So we put out Walk on Water, and it's 3 more songs with that. That'll be the EP for Morning Dove, and that's it. Enjoy it, download it, buy it on Bandcamp.
I love this artwork. Who did this artwork?
Oh, the homie Olaf, Olaf. He's a really talented guy. You can find him on IG. He's like a cat from Mexico. He actually did the Morning Dove cover too. It's really cool. But he's
our main man Hoya from Madball.
Corona Queens is in the house. It's in the house. Yo, I was gonna say
that's a Corona motherfucker right there, man.
Yeah, Corona Queens is in the house. It's crazy. It's funny because one of my Demise's demo, right? So Demise's demo was something I was listening to in high school. Demise's demo, Biohazard demo, and one of the influences, even just vocally or sometimes what I do, is like Jer from Demise. Sometimes I hear Jer, I'm like, I was inspired by some of the stuff he did because I just liked his tone, his voice. So there, shout out to him wherever he's at. Shout out to Hoya, shout out to Demise, shout out to Madball, always.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Hoya's hustle, man. Those guys work hard.
Oh yeah,
I like that work ethic, and I like your work ethic.
Appreciate it.
The band, you guys get out there and work hard. And I want to play a little bit of this clip here and just talk about about this kind of stuff here. Hold on.
Okay.
So this is you guys doing one of your infamous pandemic pop-up shows, right?
Yo, it's super hot. It's super hot out there because I know because I'm wearing a baseball cap and I don't really like wearing baseball caps performing, and that's because the sun was beaming. Just saying. Okay, sorry about that.
So you guys really punched it out during the pandemic, and you played these things constantly. Walk us through how these things work, because I know you didn't advertise. You know, like what was the succession of. What was the procedure when you do one of these pop-up shows?
Well, all right. So let me give it. First, we start. You know, we did it, and you know, you don't know how it's going to go because you just don't know. We did one; it was successful. Second one, successful. We did it where it's basically like we put up a flyer on IG and say, you know, if you want to come, DM us to find out where it's at. This is how anyone who wanted to show up had a certain level of commitment. It wasn't just like. You could kind of, I don't want to say police it because we're not police, but you know, you could kind of monitor more who's coming. So anyone was welcome to come, but we're not going to just put it up. So like, you know, anyone just, you got to show some interest, you know, we're putting out effort, show some effort, DM us, say, where's it at? We're going to tell you where it's at.
And
so
this is one of the earlier ones, I think too. This is what, I know you did a couple after this one, but
yeah.
And is this Mezzarole?
Hey man, I don't know what street that's on, man.
Yeah. All right.
So it's somewhere. It's somewhere in Brooklyn. Yeah. But if you know, if you know, you know, and if you've been here, you know, and if you just know because you know, you know.
And did you ever get any hassles?
I mean, I think out of 33, we had about 2 conversations with the authorities, but you know, we quelled it.
Yo, there's Big Boy right there. What's his name from?
Yeah, non-residents.
Yeah.
We love him.
Yo,
but he played. I mean, so many people played. You know, he played. They played. Fires Murder played. A lot of people played.
Oh, look at that! You got Big Boy moving right there, man.
Oh yeah, but that's what we do.
Come on now. Dude.
That's what we do. We're in the art of moving butts, as Tribe Called Quest said. We're in the art of that. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a great thing, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. It's fun, man. We bring it out. Shout out to Flora. My office in the house.
Oh, there's what's his name? What's the kid from Ape? There's Logan.
Oh yeah. Logan's there. Logan, they played.
Yeah.
You know, Ape played. There's, you know what's up. People know what's up, man.
Yeah, they're on that show with us that we're all doing together, you know.
Absolutely. Shout out to him. Shout out to them. Looking forward to seeing them.
That is a nice SG, isn't it, man? That's a nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got, and we got the equipment there, man. We set it up, and we invested our peanuts, man, and came together and built something that people recognize and we appreciate it wholeheartedly. Yeah. You know, it's out of necessity.
For sure. What about the future? What's down the road?
More music, touring. We always writing new music, but we got like I said, it's the road, man. Like we're a live band, you know. Yeah, our recordings, you can hear it, and the recordings are definitely really good. But you know, more music, more merchandise. Go pick up some merchandise if you haven't already. Go to Bandcamp, Rebelmatic NYHC, Bandcamp.com. We got all kind of incredible stuff there. Support us. Just music, man. More, you know, just living life, man. It's just we just happen.
Is Ramsey playing drums with you out on the road?
He should be, you know, it's possible, maybe not, maybe. Ramsey got a lot of things going on, man.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Ramsey has a lot of we love Ramsey. That's our brother. But you got the shorts, Kevin. Yes, sir. You got the PMA shorts, right? Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah. I don't know. You know, maybe not. I don't know. But the point is, he's in a band, and we got moving parts. But regardless, you know, if you see me there, and you see Alcatraz there, you see Carnage there, you see what we see, you know it's gonna be what's gonna be.
Well, listen, you know it's important, and I recognize that. Like, yo, you got to keep the train going down the tracks, man.
It has to.
It has to, man.
100%. It's, you know, I mean, look, you know, you're an artist, you're creative, you know, a lot of things that people don't even see how much work goes into things to just make things happen, to get on tours, to get, you know, a lot of things. You know, it may seem easy and it just happened, but you know, it takes effort. It takes people supporting it. It takes teamwork, the right attitude. Yeah, that's my 2 children. That was at Punk Island. You know, that was really cool. That was cool. Yep. They see me perform a bunch of times too. They inspire like
Daddy's gonna be screaming today.
Oh yeah, but they know. I mean, they came up with titles like The Ghost in the Shadows. My daughter came up with that title. The EP before that, Eat the Monster, my son came up with that title. So, you know, they're creatives. And then the next album we coming out with, my son came up with that title. So yeah, absolutely. Ramsey's also in my office as well. We working. We definitely working. It doesn't stop.
You gotta have a couple of balls in the air like we were talking
Yeah,
before.
yeah. We're not, listen. The train don't stop.
Yeah,
the train don't stop.
Anybody, any questions out there for Creatures and Rebelmatic? Post them up. Let's see some questions. Let's kick the ball around a little bit.
Kick them around. They over here playing soccer out in the street. Let me see if I can show y'all.
Yeah, let's
see. They playing soccer out there. Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people getting the exercising. So let's see. Kick the Willy Bobo. Yeah. Or as they say, kick it over here, baby pop.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see what turns up here. Hold on. Did you ever write graffiti?
Nah. I respect it though. A lot of my homies write graffiti. We're influenced by it though. Yeah, shout out to all the graph writers.
Florida is causing trouble. When are you going to play the Black and Blue Bowl?
I mean, ask them. You know?
Yeah.
You know how it goes. I mean, Drew, if you involved with that, Hoyas, y'all involved with that, whoever's gonna check it, y'all know what's up. You know how to reach us. You know how to reach me. So it's what it is. Yeah. You know, call my name and I come running, gunning. You know what I mean?
Lori Dawn says, best background noise in an interview so far.
Yeah,
it's real. Listen, it's real.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, I don't know. I was getting my reception inside wasn't good. So I said, let me come outside. You know, it's nice out here too. So
what's this question? Are you going to be at Meisner Park in Boca?
They're talking to you. No,
I ain't getting, my film is screening in a place called Movies of Del Rey. And, I'm down in Delray Beach with my dad at Huntington Towers. So there you go. What else? Any Jersey shows?
We just played Jersey. We just played Newark. Like no, we played Elizabeth. We played Elizabeth. Like, yeah, we played Elizabeth. Yeah, man.
Elizabeth's hard, yo.
I know, but it's a lot of young kids doing something, man. Shout out to them. There's a lot of young.
Is that place in Elizabeth, the Sandbox place or something? What's that place?
Litter box. Yeah. It's a cool spot though. You know, it's a cool spot. Yeah, we just played. I mean, there might be some Jersey stuff coming up. I don't know. You know, stay in tune. That's what I say. Stay in tune.
Keep. Yeah, and for those.
How did the MF Doom stuff happen?
Yeah. Yeah, Roy Ramon says, "How did the MF Doom stuff happen?" Let me just say, if you want to keep in touch, Instagram is at Rebelmatic NYC. So yeah, how did the MF Doom stuff happen?
So like the label that put out his album, I'm on the Vaudeville Villain album. That label, I wound up working with them, like doing a single for them, and Doom worked with them as well, and they were working on the Vaudeville Villain album at the same time. And I guess they played in my music, and they were like, "Yo, what's up? What do you think about getting him on your record?" And he was like, "Yeah, I like him." And then I wound up just getting on it. That was cool. That was about 20 years ago.
Right. You know? And the Sky Pimp stuff.
Sky Pimps is my people. Shout out to Rob Sonic. Shout out to Mike Lash. That's just a collective of people that we all work with together, and you know, we just kind of like all doing independent music, but we all roll together. You know.
It makes sense. Elizabeth, shout out E-Town Concrete. Yeah, there you go. The litter box. Yeah, why is it called the litter box?
I don't like arsonists, man. Nah, man, it's just the hair, bro. That's just to hear, bro. Nah, I don't know nothing like it, but I appreciate you, bro.
What's going on?
I don't know. I look like somebody allegedly.
Oh, are you arsonist?
Nah, I'm like, yeah, arson. I'm like, nah, man, come on. No,
Yeah.
I thought it was Don King. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
You mean I'm not Muhammad Ali?
Yeah. You and me both.
I met Muhammad Ali when I was 7, though.
Did you?
Yeah, I met Muhammad Ali when I was 7. So
my dad did that documentary about.
Yeah,
Ali.
I know. I met my father knew Ali well, and I met Ali.
Did you see that? Did you see that multi-part Ali documentary that was on recently?
Which one? The
one that what's his name? It was like it's one part.
Is it the Showtime? No, it's the Hulu one, right?
Yeah, what's his name? They licensed a bunch of footage. Why am I forgetting his name? He's the Great American documentary. Ken Burns.
Ken Burns. I seen some. I mean, they got Ali every year. Some new Ali stuff come. Like Ali's the greatest. You know
what I liked about the Ali documentary is that they gave it to you straight. They didn't just give you all like Ali was, they kind of got into the grimy stuff, which was a part of who he was as well, Yes,
like people, I mean, listen, people are people, man. There's a lot of things that, we comb through everyone's lives. There's some things that are probably not so nice. So, we take the message and we leave the mess, Absolutely. We don't, that's why they say, really, idol worship. We just enjoy, appreciate people, what they contribute and stuff. So that's important.
And here's a question: was there a hardcore show back in the day that sticks out, influenced, or inspired you?
I mean, my first hardcore show was Sick of It All. Well, I mean, that known hardcore was Sick of It All at CB's in '89 and Burn opened. So then it's funny because Gavin and Chocolate, shout out to them. They were like, that was the first Burn show. So that was one. Murphy's Law showed me that it didn't have to be always hard, but still it could be hard. It's still fun. So that's another one. Obviously Bad Brains at the L'Amour's Witness Tour. That was like
I saw that.
Mind blowing. That was like I was like 16. That was mind blowing.
They were still good. They were still good then. Yep.
Yeah, so those three, I mean, it's a lot, man. But those are probably the early ones. But maybe hardcore. I mean, but the stuff now, man, that we're doing, shows are doing now with like Mafa, 1865. We do some really cool stuff. But those, as far as coming up, those are probably the ones that stick out the most.
Any new bands inspiring you at all? Anybody catch your eye?
I like my friends' bands. I mean, there's a lot of great bands out there, man. As far as what, hardcore or just in general?
In general. Have you seen anything new and exciting?
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff, man. It's a lot of great stuff. I think it's like what you tune into. You know what I mean? Like, I know that like people, and they're not even new no more, but people kind of don't like. First, for me, it's like people need to know about my Maaf if they don't. They should check out Winter Wolf, 1865, people like that. I like Turnstile, man, because I like, I know a lot, everybody knows them already, but I like them because they got groove, man. Like I feel a lot of stuff is devoid of groove, and I feel like they're kind of carving their own niche. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I dig that about them, but it's a couple other bands and stuff. It's always hip hop stuff that I enjoy. It's always some really cool hip hop stuff I'm always listening to.
The Turnstile stuff's interesting because they've just blown up.
Yeah. I mean, they have that range, right? They have a range where it's like it's hardcore, but it's not just typical. I don't say typical, but it's not just that. It's good to have open ear. Yeah, of course it is. Chucky, it's always good to have open ear. I mean, a lot of us do. It's just sometimes the music doesn't reflect that. Like I feel like our music reflects. Like you can tell from what Rebelmatic plays. We listen to more than like one type of music. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, definitely when you see Rebelmatic, I see Rebelmatic. I get it all. I get Funkadelic. I get I get it all. And you once described the band as
James Brown in a mosh pit.
James Brown in a mosh pit. Now, I think that really is spot on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it's first, thank you. And I mean, the reality is, it's sometimes it's hard to go through all your influences and inspirations. You know what I mean? Like you start going through everything, and you always miss somebody, and they could have been very significant. You know, like Richard Pryor's an influence, but people are like, how? You know what I mean? He doesn't do music, but like he's an influence. A lot of people are inspirations and influences, but yeah. James Brown and Mosh Pit. It's a good one. It's a good tag. Just like, all right, how do they sound? James Brown and Mosh Pit. Now, if that intrigues you, you're gonna go delve deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like how you threw that in the mix there. That like, you know, Richard Pryor's influence and things like that, because a lot of things go into the creative soup,
of course,
so to speak. And
of course,
you know, there's it's not just
it's not just music, man, because it's life. For me, it's life. It's living. It's culture. It's life. You know, like it's I don't like fluently understand. You know, I grew up around like Spanish, so I understand some of it. I don't fluently understand. I don't fluently speak it, but I can listen to the music and be like, whoa, serious, the rhythms and the cadences. So that's, and various things. Like I like, UK grime music, always funk, always hip hop, always, good rock stuff, jazz, Coltrane, Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The class stuff that I, deserted on a desert island type of music. I love Supreme. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. Ghostface, Supreme Clientele. Stuff like that. James Brown, stuff like that. So yeah, music. We're not, and I always tell people like we're not like trying to reinvent anything. We're just doing what comes natural to us.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, can you talk a little bit about your work as an author, a mentor, and an educator?
Yeah, I mean, it's just natural. I don't know, like, what I wrote about was just me about selling music in the street. I didn't even feel it was like that. I don't like to be blasé about it, but it was just kind of like, it was what I was doing. Someone's like, yo, you should write about it. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. You think people want to hear this? Yeah, it's an interesting story because it's like you got a philosophy behind it. I'm like, oh, all right. But it's just kind of, a lot of it is just who I am. You know what I mean? People throughout my life have looked out for me as far as like, bringing me on the road, hipping me. Some people have been direct, some have been indirect. So when I see someone who, going through stuff, I try to, if they're interested, share a word, share a kind word. Like, yo, maybe think about it like this. So that's just natural. And that's before I had children. That's just kind of, I feel like that's life, like we like to think we're the only ones stirring the pot, but life has been here before us and it'll be here after us. So as great and significant as we think we are, in a grand scheme of things, we're just like a speck of dust. So it keeps me balanced. You know what I mean?
It's good. It's good to have some balance, and I always say it's good to have some humility and some graciousness in this life. It goes a long way.
Listen, it's important. Listen, no matter how great you are, how great you think you are, listen, life will humble you and teach you to. If you don't want to be humble, it will humble you.
Absolutely.
So it's all right. We're here to do our part and contribute. That's the main thing.
Well, it's a strange time because of this social media thing and everybody on these platforms and spewing a lot of hateful rhetoric, and people think that's the way that they can get noticed. Hey, look at me, I talk bad about this person. Oh yeah. It's sort of a sad state of affairs,
I mean, listen, it's a cry for help, and the reality of it is too is sometimes the more attention it gets, it gets bigger. It kind of morphs. I don't want to be like, just ignore it, it goes away, but it's a reality. Some things, if it didn't get the attention it got, or it's getting, it wouldn't keep growing. How I view haters as, I view them as like retired admirers or confused like fans. So people who want to like you, but they don't know, because their hate is not about you, it's about themselves. A lot of times it's about they're not comfortable with who they are. So they're like, oh, I don't like this person. I mean, everyone, listen, you can give $1 million away and you could do everything right, as a decent person. And someone's like, you're just doing that because you just want people to look at you as a good person. So you just got to do what you're comfortable with and live your truth. You know, it's like, and another thing, I think a lot of times we give too much energy to the haters and not enough energy to the people who support us and who show us love. Because I've done it before in my life too. I'm like, man, these people are hating. I'm like, yeah, bro, but 20 people just bought a hoodie. 150 people came to a show. Like, dude, that's something. Don't try to, sometimes our mind, I don't want to say play tricks on a shout out to the Ghetto Boys, but you know what I mean? It could do some things sometimes. So it's good to stay focused and realign.
Yeah. Hey, I want to, where is, okay. Gina asks, can you tell them about when you walk around the city and visit local historical sites?
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's just a part of my culture. No, like, listen, on tour and regular, I go to like this. I study history, and specifically like Black history. I study a lot of Black history of New York, African burial grounds, Underground Railroads. A lot of different places and stuff, historical stuff. Central Park used to be Seneca Village before it became Central Park, which was like free Blacks lived there. That's
right. Yep.
Moneta Lane, which is like right around. That was a free Blacks and stuff was there too. So, and it was called Little Africa. So a lot of things. That's just things I do all the time. That with a camera or without a camera, you can see pictures. This picture's on our IG from 4 or 5 years ago, visiting. Like Frankie Lyman and Billie Holiday, and going to visit a lot of people, ancestors and historical stuff. Not even during Black history, just regular life stuff. So that's just the type of time it plays into the music. But it's life. It's part of the culture. Who we are.
I happen to be a big lover of history, and especially New York City history. And you got to come out with us. I do a music and cinematic walking tour.
Nice.
We're doing it in April. I'll let you know. I am a licensed New York City.
I was going to get dude, I ran into you in the street when you were showing people downtown.
I remember that.
And I gave you a CD too, and I usually sell them. You were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna check it out." I said, "Dude, I met you before." You were like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Oh, Drew Stone, God, this guy's something else, man."
You know something? As we were doing this show and we were talking, that flashed on me.
Yeah, I met you. I met you in the street down, the Wall Street area, and you were doing a tour, and I was like, oh, yo, blah blah blah. You were like, yeah, man. I said, well, this is my music, man. Check it out when you get a chance. You're like, hey, cool. I said, damn, I feel like I'm giving music to A&R over here.
Was man?
That's all right. I don't hold it against you. I just have I have an elephant memory. I just remember everything. I don't hold it.
Was it a Rebelmatic CD you gave me?
Of course.
Yeah.
I know, but it's not. I'm not tripping off it. But I remember everything.
We're here now, and that's important.
Absolutely. That's the most. It's not about time. Sometimes it's about timing.
It's like when they said to Edison about the light bulb. How do you feel? There was 1,000 failures on the way to make the light bulb, and he says, there wasn't. It was 1,000 steps towards making the light bulb.
Absolutely.
So,
but see, now that you say Edison, I got to shout out to Louis Latimer too, who expanded on Edison. Just a shout out, because I gotta do that. I'm
not trying to wave Edison's flag because I know he did.
No. But you just said Edison, and I visited Louis Latimer's house in Flushing, so that's why he worked for Edison and Alexander Graham Bell, and he expanded on the things they did. So that's why I'm saying you said Edison.
Phil Rivers says, I followed you on a tour on your IG one time. I had lived in New York City most of my life and never knew those places existed. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you, Phil. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not like I grew up my whole life knowing all these things too. I just kind of start delving more and more and learning, and like, and you start learning and stuff that like it resonates towards you. And I think it's cool to share. For me, it's stuff that I find cool. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it regardless of it with music, whether I share it on IG or not. I just kind of, that's the type of time I'm on. Like we were on a road last September. We were in Memphis and we visit Stax Records and we visit the Lorraine Motel where Martin Luther King was killed at. We visited Frederick Douglass where he was buried at in Rochester. You know this, but I just feel like it's all plays a part in what we do. You know, because we're literally standing on shoulders of people that pay dues for us to be here. Long before us, we were here in music and in life. So it's important that I recognize it and play it forward. And then if we inspire people, cool. If they even learn about something indirectly from liking the music, then that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And rich in history, man. We are music archaeologists.
Yeah, it's a part, and we're still making history, so it's a great thing.
Yeah. Yes, Lori, doing shout out to Tesla too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Another guy that they jobbed.
Yes, this. You know how it goes. You know how it goes.
And RS, no, you don't have to have a license to do a tour. There's many people that don't, but I thought I'd accept the challenge and go take the test and see if I could get one legitimately. And I did. They asked you a bunch of New York history questions.
Mm-hmm.
I did my homework and I passed. And so
I was gonna take one of those right before the pandemic. I literally was gonna be like, yeah, you know what, I might do these tours. But then I like the freeness of just doing whenever I want to do it. I don't have to always show people around. But then listen, it's a part of it.
Hey Ed, absolutely. Let's do a tour. You can absolutely schedule one with me. Drop me a line. Ed, by the way, was involved in that incredible archive that just resurfaced after 40 years. His wife Angela. Let me try to pull one of those photos here. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna drop one of their incredible photos here. Let's see if there's something I didn't do on the last show. All right, we'll go with this. Hold on. Here is one of Angela's incredible photos that has never been seen before. This is, of course, Minor Threat at the Gallery East.
Oh, nice.
Go. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Go. Imagine that photos turning up after 40 years, man.
I mean, it happens, dude. Like life, it's great that it showed up and it's still like it's intact and everything is great. Life is something special, man. Yeah. If you live long enough to see it, it's even better, right?
Yeah, and then they sent me a couple of some stuff, and it really gets crazy when you recognize yourself in some of the pictures, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. You posted that up. Yeah, I've seen that.
Here I am as a kid. I'm like 17 years old, 18 years old, whatever. Incredible.
Yeah. No, it's important.
Yeah, it's that stuff is important stuff. So that said, shouting out Astoria Lou, what's up, man? Astoria, there you go. Let me yeah, there you go. Hey, let me do a quick sponsor thing real quick, and we'll come back and we'll head it down the home stretch, okay?
Right.
All right. What's happening? Nice and quiet now, huh? This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Great show today, out in the street with Creature from Rebelmatic. Super excited. They're playing Rampage Fest free at the Bowery Electric on Sunday, May 3rd. Co-hosted by, of course, Women of the Pit. We are sponsored by Blah, 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 and New York Hardcore Comics. Opened in 2013, selling comic books, punk rock, and hardcore memorabilia, toys, statues, skateboard decks, vinyl, and all things horror. We love helping bands push their demos and new tracks, so please stop by and drop off your new music. We have in-store events like Magic the Gathering and Warhammer tournaments, plus meet and greets and some live performances. Open 7 days a week and shipping worldwide. Find us online through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and eBay. Located at 117 Main Street in Dobbs Ferry, New York. www.newyorkhardcorecomics.com. Come on now, DTFM Vinyl Distro is a record store that specializes in underground music, punk, ska, hardcore metal, and more. located in the heart of Fargo, North Dakota's industrial district. Shop in person or online at www.dtfmvinyldistrict.com, where the motto is death to false metal. Want to mention the next 4 shows. Here we go. Real quick. Coming up on Sunday, March 27th, Riggs Ross is coming on the show. Currently playing in Sub-Zero, formerly of Madball, Hatebreed, and Scarhead. Then, Wednesday, March 30th, come on, Flora from Ma'afa End. The 1865 is coming on the show. Excited about that. Wednesday, April 6th, comedian, record label co-owner, comedian, musician, Joe Sib is on the show. That's going to be funny. And then we just announced this the other day, Sunday, April 10th, Mr. Matthew Melnick, Dark Side NYC, Down Low, and Disassociate is coming on the show. So Queens, Brooklyn guy. Also, I want to announce this show. This hasn't been announced. Actually, I put this, if you were a patron on Patreon, you would know this. Sunday, April 24th, we are doing a L'Amour retrospective. Love doing these shows, when we get into the club stuff and take a walk down memory lane there. This is a L'Amour retrospective with DJ Alex Kane. So that's going to be cool. We're going to have some special guests on. We'll see. A couple of people you think, of course, would be on a show like that. Maybe we'll ask Danny Lilker. Maybe we'll ask Frankie Bello from Anthrax, or maybe, one of the Biohazard guys. But a L'Amour retrospective on April 24th. What else? The Life of Agony documentary show got pushed to May 15th because the other date was on Easter, and they couldn't do it. And this show has been rescheduled. The Castle Heights 20th anniversary reunion show with Kevin Castle now is Sunday, May 29th. So all that is going down. Don't be afraid. It's all going down. It's going down. Yeah, what else? Jews in the Blues screening a week from tomorrow. One more time, I want to shout it out. This is the world premiere of my new film. Then it is going to be screening in D.C., Brooklyn, doing a big screening in Brooklyn. And then I am going to Germany and Israel to screen it. So lots going on with my new film. Took a couple of years to get this one done. If you're down in Florida, man, come to the screening. And also, all you patrons, I mentioned it. I want to mention it again. Got a bunch of T-shirts. A7, back to the New York Hardcore Chronicles film. If you're a patron and you want a shirt, reach out. Got some weird odd sizes like small and medium. But come on. Thank you for supporting me. The Brooklyn screening hasn't been announced yet, but it is going to be... The Brooklyn screening is going to be May 23rd at the Nighthawk Cinema, Prospect Park, Brooklyn. Big theater. I'm doing the Q&A with my brother, Evan B. Stone, and with Gilly Yallo, who appears in the film. So there you go. Yes, L'Amour's. Absolutely. Any more questions from Creature? The DC screening, Gilly Yallo is doing the Q&A with me in DC. That's about to be announced. The DC screening is Tuesday, May 17th at 6:15 p.m. So we're getting out there and screening this bad boy. Gonna get out there and be a filmmaker again, There you go. So that said, let's bring our guest back on. Hey, man.
Yeah.
You gotta come to my the screening of my film in Brooklyn, man.
When is it?
It's in I just said it's like in May. Are you gonna be out on the road?
We're always gonna be on the road, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, if we're around, we'll pop out.
Yeah, if you're here. Hey, talk about the Max Fish tribe.
Well, Max Fish we started doing shows at Max Fish is just because, I mean, shout out to Max Fish first and foremost, because that's just like, I love Max Fish. I love the people there. I love the owner. I love everyone there. We just started doing shows in the basement, you know, us, Maafa, 1865, us, it's the main three. And then we had other, you know, a band here and there. But Winter Wolf, yeah, it kind of started from there, doing shows like every month. That was about, I don't know how long ago was that, 3 or 4 years ago, but it was a community, just building the community, and that kind of spawned into doing the pop-ups too. That kind of same kind of community of bands, just kind of like having a residency where people can kind of see us doing some stuff, taking up some space, and doing some cool stuff, and that just builds.
Did you ever? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you ever play a show that broke out in straight chaos and had you worried? Kevin Haggerty asks.
Nah, I don't really worry about straight chaos. Nothing really breaks out. I mean, it's, I don't know. Unless somebody's shooting or something. What is it? It's people moshing, right? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want, like, as long as it's not people getting trampled and people not fighting. It's like, when people fighting, you can stop. Like, hold up, what y'all doing? But it's like. I'm just saying, it's like, to me, like, listen, I've been in real life stuff, like I'm not to say moshing is not real life, but I've been in real life situations around stuff that the last thing I'm worried about is a show going crazy. No disrespect to anything, not even just, not be funny, Kevin. I'm just saying, like, not really worried about that.
I played a show in like I think it was 85. On the lawn of the Lincoln Memorial in DC. It was Rock Against Racism we played.
Right.
It was either Rock Against Racism or Rock Against Reagan, like one of those things.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it was a big crowd, and I guess these sort of like white power skinheads came in through the back of the crowd, and a big brawl broke out while we were on stage. And it was absolute chaos. Like, it was
Sorry, go ahead.
So people started getting hysterical and grabbing the mic in a big brawl, and the whole thing just descended to chaos. And we ended up having to jump off the back of the stage and it was like, but I haven't done one of those in a while,
Yeah, I mean, listen, not to say it can't happen. Like I said, I'm not acting like things can happen. You play anywhere, anything can happen. I just don't be even thinking about it. But we've been fortunate enough that it had. I mean, I've been at shows where people pulled out guns on stages and start shooting into the crowd. So, like, when you go through that as a teenager, you see other stuff. You're like, man, come on, man. People are fighting. Break that shit up. Like, I'm just very matter of fact with it, and not because I condone it, not because I'm tough. I just kind of like, all right, listen. Nobody's killing each other, right? Stop to break that. Like, you want the shows to continue, I need to cut that shit out.
Yeah.
That's just kind of. Our phone is on like 4, but let's do it. Our phone's like on 3 or 4.
Three left. You're gonna zap out?
Yeah, I'm on 3% right now.
Hey, so let's do this. Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to thank? Just in case we lose you.
Listen, shout out to Rebelmatic, shout out to Maafa 1865, shout out to you, Drew Stone, shout out to Women of the Pit, shout out to everyone who checks, who supported us. We love y'all. Shout out to, just New York City in general, my family, my children. And, I will leave y'all with this. Don't just work to be a good artist, work to be a good person. I mean? That's important. Like, being a good artist, a great artist is great because it's like, it's fun, but work on being a good person. So that's what I'm working on every day, to be a better person, be a better father, be a better son, be a better everything across the board. And I love y'all, and I wish y'all nothing but prosperity. And we'll see y'all on the 3rd. We'll see y'all on the 3rd at the Rampage Fest, and we'll see y'all on the road. Go to Rebelmatic NYC Bandcamp.com. Go to Rebelmatic NYC everything. Rebelmatic NYC.com, Instagram, everything. And I appreciate your time, Drew. I appreciate everyone who took the time to check in on us, everyone who texted me and said they were excited to see me on here. And we appreciate y'all. Please check out Run Up the single that's out now, Walk on Water. The EP is coming out April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke. It's serious. April 1st, The Morning Dub. That'll be out on all streaming platforms. Limited CDs. Support us. We appreciate y'all. And I'm on 2%, so I don't know. I'm gonna go charge up.
Hey, I just want to say I appreciate you coming on the show. I'm honored. You guys are doing great work. I got a load of respect for you and what you've done, and I'm excited. To play with you on the 3rd, and I wish you all the best.
I really appreciate you, Drew. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, and I'll speak to you soon. I'll see you soon.
All right, take care, man.
All right, y'all.
All right,
peace.
Bye. Well, there you have it. I'm on 2%. Listen, that was great. Yeah, thanks. You know, I want to thank really Flora. Thank you so much for asking some smart questions there and helping me along there. I that didn't go unnoticed, and I really appreciate it. A little bit different today, you know. It was cool. It was very cool out in the street and everything, and you know, just a great band, man. You know, I love this band, man. They're great, you know. And you know, it took me a while to get with the program. You know, there's a lot of things whizzing by me in this life. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know, one might whiz by and I might miss it. You know. So yeah, Flora, thanks. And I just want to say, you know, we got a couple of minutes here. So if you want to hang out, you know, we could chop it up a little bit, just you and me. Everybody out there, Flora is coming on the show on Wednesday, March 30th. Here you go. There you go. And we're excited about that. You know, one of the big, you know, supporters, Women of the Pit, you know. Hey, is that, Lori, are you still out there? Is that the old logo that I'm supposed to swap out? Lori sent me a new logo because she said the Women in the Pit logo. Her sister said it looks like a coffee pot. Is that the coffee pot logo I'm using here? What's up, Astoria Lou, my man? What's up, man? Mark's talking about Rockaway on Saturday, by the way. If you want to go out to Rockaway, I know. Is that the coffee? Yes, fix it. Okay, I will. I'll fix it. She just sent me the thing today. Yes, that's the coffee pot. We can't have that, right? I will. I'll use the new one. Stop hawking me. You know? Hey, Jorge, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Thanks for checking in. They can't unsee the coffee pot. Now all of a sudden, the friggin' coffee pot's a problem. Hey, Nikki, that's right. Nikki Bullett's Car Bomb Parade. I think you're doing your last show up in Brockton, and I will be coming up for that. Want to come up for that show, you know? Now for something totally different. Wednesday, April 27th, Carl Kennedy from The Rods, who was the house producer for Metal Blade. He produced the early Anthrax, Fistful of Metal, Blue Cheer, Overkill. He's going to be on the show for something completely different, right? I did mention that Sunday, May 15th, the Life of Agony show has been rescheduled because they got freaked out because they were on Easter Sunday, you know? So, yeah, you like that, huh? Boy, the gals aren't going to let me live that one down, you know? Listen, everybody out there on Patreon, get one of these, especially you girls, I'm talking to you. Reach out. Let me send you one of these smalls and mediums for you to pack your rack in. And there you go. Yes, that's not a coffee pot. That's right. Hey, you know what? I have to do this real quick. Let me shout out my other two sponsors, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, located in Lakewood, Colorado, is the Rocky Mountain headquarters for all things punk, hardcore, and metal. Established in 2014, they have the largest selection of records, CDs, shirts, stickers, patches, and accessories between Chicago and Los Angeles. From the pit to the ditch, they got your back. Get in touch with them at www.chainreactionrecords.com. You know what, Vlad at Organic Grill? You talked about sending me some video. We want to do something different. Vlad's getting burnt out on this text. He wants to do something different. Shoot some footage and get it to me. In the meantime, Organic Grill is a vegan restaurant located in the East Village of New York City at 123 First Avenue, featured in New York Magazine, New York Times, and Veg News. The dishes have won numerous awards, including Best Goddamn Veggie Burger. They make their own cheeses, sausages, and burger patties, and every dish on the menu can be made gluten-free. This year, they're celebrating the 21st anniversary, all about having a great time while enjoying amazing, clean food. They've now fully reopened for business and look forward to seeing you. By the way, Organic Grill is moving. Organic Grill is moving to, I think, 4th Street over there by the Blue Note or whatever, which is right on the route of my walking tour. But Organic Grill is moving like in a month or two. So get in touch with them. Order some great food at www.theorganicgrill.com. That said, let's get back to it. I actually would love to have. That's right. You see, from chaos comes order, my female friends. Now everybody wants the Women of the Pit coffee tot, right? You too can own the Women of the Pit. Buy it from Amazon, the Women of the Pit coffee pot. Yes, fully caffeinated, mind you. It is the Women of the Pit coffee. Listen, everyone slaps their name on coffee these days. It's like, hey, it's like Joe Schmo coffee. So why not? Isn't it time for Women of the Pit coffee? There you go. Caffeine fucks me up, man. I had caffeine the other day. I'm up for like 3 days because I never, ever drink anything with caffeine in it. Once in a while when I do, I get friggin' crazy. So that said, yeah. Listen, Rat, get in touch with us with a coffee maker. All right, I'll hook it up. Women in the Pit coffee. Here you go. Everybody wants one now. The gang's all here. Coffee is life. Man, coffee freaks me out at this point. I've never drank. That's right, Danielle. It's a new merchant. Bustelo or bust. What's up, Todd? Bustelo or bust. I think if I drank like coffee, I'd probably have a heart attack. I had a tea with milk and sugar on the way out because I was out doing some physical work with my godfather. I was up for 2 days. It has to be fair trade. Yeah. What I just said, I saw there's a show on Netflix. It's a series called Rotten. Anybody see that? It's like it looks inside the food industry, and there's like an episode on sugar, on garlic, and there's one on coffee. They're very interesting. Phil Rivers, I'm about to have a cup of coffee. There you go. Death before decaf. Boy, I really set it off, didn't I? With this coffee thing. Hey, you know what? While we're sort of, once again, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but we're all real excited about Nancy Barill's book event at our beloved Generation Records. Let him talk shit for all I care. Let the haters hate. Listen, Women of the Pit, New York Hardcore Chronicles live, Generation Records. This is our event. So you can cry all you want on Facebook and insult whoever you want. Who gives a fuck? So there you go. Looking forward to the Nancy Barill event. So, oi! There you go. Yeah. Is Nancy, I wonder if Al's going to come. That's the big question. Oh, you saw that? You saw the sugar one? That was horrible, right? Talking about that series called Rotten. If you're looking for something to watch on Netflix, it's a series called Rotten, and it's different episodes. Yep. There you go. What else? Whose legs need breaking? It's not even worth mentioning their name. I'm more old school than you. I'm so OG. I'm old school. Oh, God. Who cares, man? Hey, Drew, what was your drug of choice back in the day? I I'd say probably heroin and crack. You know, I like smoking coke. I like smoking crack, and I like sniffing dope. If you really want to know. That said, I've been clean and sober a very long time. So, but yeah, sure. If you must know. What is it? A great documentary was Seaspiracy. I don't know that one. Yeah, bro. Tell me about it. Yep. Yeah, man. That's how, listen, we all have a past, right? Mescaline. Oh, God, no. Nope, not really. Not really. What else? Yeah. Any other bizarre questions? My drug of choice for the past close to 15 years now is just been sobriety, man. I had enough. I did enough for everybody back in the day. You know, I don't need to do any more. Yep. Yeah, I know what you're saying, RS, and thank you, bro. I appreciate it, and it's true. It's true. You know, talking about sort of, overcoming, your demons is helpful for other people, and I recognize that, and I've spoken very often in certain forums about recovery and things like that. So yeah. Is 1.5? Yes, it is. It's on. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles film 1.5 is on Amazon. It's not on Amazon Prime where you get it for free. If you search for it, you find it on Amazon. I think it's like $3.99 or something. Yep. Listen, I can't wait for Rampage Fest and the Walking Tour. Yep. Yes. The sobriety thing is interesting. It's been a very long time for me. Rich, I know, I remember. Congratulations, buddy. Jorge, here we go. Sobriety talk now. Here we go. Yep. There you go. Thank you. But yeah, I think that the New York Hardcore Chronicles film 1.5 is on Amazon proper. On Amazon Prime is the New York Hardcore Chronicles film and XXX All Ages, XXX the Boston Hardcore film. And we're about to announce who the fuck is that guy, The Fabulous Journey of Michael Alago, which I want to mention. Alago, bane of my existence. Coming on the show to talk about, it's being re-released on multiple platforms on March 25th. So there's that part of it on March 25th. And I got to talk to Alago. I think he got Sean Yasalt from White Zombie to come on the show. So I got to get straight on that. Sean doesn't do these kind of things, but she's going to do it. She's going to do it. So, we love Alago. Alago's like family. I love him very much. And we made a great film together, and he has an incredible story. The film did 3 years on Netflix and Amazon. It's been out of circulation for a little bit. We got the property back, and we just struck a new distribution deal, and it should be coming out soon. Flora, nice to see you. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Everybody else, yeah, good. Good. Everything's good. Yeah, quitters. Yeah, listen, bro. Keep smoking your pot, bro. Keep smoking your pot like you're 13 years old. I'm just kidding, bro. I love you, man. Everybody, do whatever you want. I know. I have to find out how Alago is doing without John Joseph bringing him food. I know, right? Unbelievable, right? Yep. We're talking to Phil about, Alago's talking about bringing Phil on as well. But, Phil's a tough one. I'd like to get Phil Ansamo on for his own show. That should be the 200th show, right? I got to get going on the 200th show, man. We got to book this, Your phrase, do good things. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. Do good things and good things will come to you. Do bad, dark, negative things and nothing but bad will happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, gotta do good. Gotta do good in this life, man. There's a lot, you know. I think it's like Creech said on the show. The people out there that are spewing hateful rhetoric out the side of their neck, they're just sick and they're just hurting, and they just want love like everybody else. Everybody wants the same thing in this life. Everybody wants to give love and receive love. Not to sound corny, but that's it right there. You know, I know 2 years, coming up on 2 years of doing the show. Unbelievable. And honestly, no, I couldn't do it without your support and thank you so much, everybody. You know, I mean that. I really mean that. Thank you all so much. Yes, amen, brother. Yeah, I got to figure out the 200 show. I got a couple of ideas, a couple maybes, you know, so yeah, Phil's an interesting character. Now, I tried to do it. I pitched a documentary, but it got shut down. Yeah, that's never going to happen. Mackie will never do a show like this. I wish he would, but Mackie doesn't do those kind of. Yeah, it was a fast 2 years. But where's my great? I know we I don't know if I've ever posted this show. Excuse me. Posted this picture. Let me find this. Yeah, right here. Here's the great shot of me and Phil Anselmo on his porch in Louisiana. Here you go. While we were shooting the Alago film. There you go. There you go. Me and Phil. Love is love. There you go. Yeah, man. So, yeah. You know, listen, Phil is Phil. Everybody's got a couple of warts and a couple of bumps, myself included. So I like Phil a lot. I really do. So there you go. That said. All right. Anybody else got any questions here as we're winding down? Any shout outs? Any questions? It was a fun show today. Nice show. A little bit different. So, you know. What else? Hey, Astoria Lou, talking about Saturday Rockaway. I'm not sure if the weather's going to be good, but, you know, I love the show. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I really do. You know, it's an interesting ride, this show, you know, and I love doing it, and I love connecting with everybody. Hey, Danielle, speaking of women of the pit, you know, Danielle, I appreciate your support. You know, I really do. I know you got my back, and you take shit and you get shit for it. There's the coffee pot again. You know, everybody got to stay. Everybody. Yeah, I'll let you know. We'll talk to Mark. Maybe we'll do lunch. Maybe we could do lunch out at his place. You know, I'll pick you up. You know, I got to get some crap. I got to get some crap out of his basement and bring it. I got to get some crap out of Mark's basement in Rockaway and bring it to Generation Records. Oh, boy. Who do I want to get for the 200th? I don't know. How about, for me, I'd like to get Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard, or Ray Capo, or Henry Rollins, or Ice-T, or Ian MacKaye. You know? Something like that would be cool. So I got to work on that stuff. You know, yeah, Phil. Everyone, you know, it's hard to say with Phil. You know, I'd love to get Evan Seinfeld. You know, he's that would be great. But we'll see. We'll see. Bobby Blitz. You know, I should not for the 200th, but we should get Bobby on the show for sure. You know, we just had what's his name, the drummer on the show, Jason Bittner, right? And I think those guys are going out on the road for a while, you know? So there you go. All right. That's it. Hey, Rat Bones, you out there? What's up? What's going on at Rat Bones' place?
What up? It's better today.
Were you sleeping? Did I wake you up? I woke you up.
I went out. I had to run to the bank, and I had you guys on the phone. Got the computer, but I went on the phone. I got me lamb over rice. I was trying to show you before some New York City out the cart, lamb over rice with the white sauce and the hot sauce. Oh, that shit was bang, kid. But it kind of put me, my forehead sweated, and it put me out on the couch.
Oh, yeah, I don't mess with that anymore, man. It fucks me up, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, John. Sorry, John Joseph.
Right? Yeah.
Over rice, kid. But
Dave Lombardo just joined Testament. Hey, hold on a second. Talk to the audience. I want to go put my food on the stove.
Oh, you're gonna roll me like that? Yo, what's up, everybody? Let's see what those comments are. Looking forward to the 247 Spy Show. I hear the mandates are over. The proof of vaccine is over. March 7th. So by the 20th of March, we should be good to be back in the building if you're unvaxxed.
Yeah, it's a little confusing because like they announced like, but I think you're right. I think March 7th, and I think for the next show, for this one right here, for this one right here, I think it's going to be wide open, which means every Skell, Subhuman, Cyborg, and Mutant can come to the show and get in for free, right?
Because I think a lot of draw was missing from people just thinking the confusion was too much to deal with, you know?
Yeah.
People don't like to be told what to do, okay? First of all.
Yeah.
You know? We kind of
listen, the last show we did was packed to the gills, man. But
no, definitely, man.
People want to come out, man, you know? People want to get out, you know.
Definitely.
What's going on with hold on. Ron Grimaldi? Yeah, Ron Grimaldi can come to fucking Ron Grimaldi can actually come to a show now. He always comes up with some excuse. Yeah, yes, that's Ryan's birthday party show. And you want to know? I got a great picture to show you guys. Hold on. Whoa, what's happening here? Hold on. Great picture. It is Ryan's show, and he's super excited to play with his friend Jimmy Hazel. And here's the two of them. We're gonna have to run this. Here's Jimmy from 24/7 Spies and Ryan Bland from Ake. They're both excited to be playing the next show, March 20th at the Bowery Electric.
Oh, man, I love Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, the mandates are a drag, Rich, you know, for sure, man. Whole thing is, you know, just want this thing to fucking end, man, you know? You know. Well, you know. What else? I hear Disney's pulling all those Marvel movies, all the Marvel movies off everything, and the only way you can watch them is on Disney now.
Well, they're just switching, I think, the shows over from Netflix. Like,
yeah, right. Like what? Like Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Wanda and Vision and all that?
I didn't really care for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I know, man.
I don't like soap opera-y. Don't de-hero my hero.
No, you know, bro, they just spread it out. They spread it out too much over 8 episodes. It's like
there's something about taking the hero and making him a normal man. It's like in all the themes, the music's not so weird.
Yeah, war started, COVID's over, man.
Well, we needed war in between the Olympics and like sports season starts. So we got like the war bridges.
There's so many others. Let's have a war. We could start it in New Jersey.
I mean, it's pretty crazy, man, to watch. Man, the guy's got the pointer on the board and the bombings here and what do you really know to believe, you know? Just like everything else. Just got to keep on keeping on, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. What else? What's up with the Mandalorian?
Mandalorian's over. Book of Boba Fett had Mandalorian tie into it. You know, they were joking. I wish I would have bought this shirt. There was a bootleg guy who sells bootlegs over by Madison Square Garden. When I walk up that way, he had a Mandalorian shirt but it had Boba Fett on it. So it was like the joke of like the boot, even though we got it wrong, that was the big joke that Mando saved the Boba Fett show because it was so boring and it was so like it was kind of weird. But
yeah, I got you.
When you watch it over, it's just a story in a show, and even the kids on the bikes, people made fun of that, but they called them the mods because they were like you could go to get a modification on your arm, like you could go get a tattoo.
We are the mods. We are the mods. We are the mods. We are the mods. We are the mods.
They put them on these corny bikes, and a lot of people were like all upset about it. It's so funny. Like,
is that right? Obi-Wan's show coming next?
Coming up May.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna.
What, young Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan while he's watching Luke on Tatooine.
What?
Faces Vader again. Darth Maul's gonna be. I don't know. Yeah.
Who's playing Obi-Wan?
Ian McGregor. Trainspotting.
What?
Yes, dude. You don't know this stuff?
Nah, man.
I know all about it.
You know what? I might have to get here. For those that are wondering, when I do the show, there's, notes all over the place. I spend a couple days making notes for our guests. A lot of work goes into this thing. Quadrophenia. Hey, Joe. Hey, Ackerman. I know it's far, bro. I know it's far, but my film is screening on Thursday, a week from tomorrow. But I know you're up in Tallahassee. But I'm just letting you know. I wouldn't feel no way if you didn't make it down to Del Rey from Tallahassee. I think it's like 6 hours. But I'm just letting you know, bro. So
one thing that Creature said that I really liked before you throw me in the trapdoor, I like the way he said, the hater thing is like even anyone who loves something is going to judge it so much. It literally becomes a part of you where even though you didn't create it or you didn't tell the story, you loved it so much that like a part of you is in that story then. So like when some young guy gets a hold of something that I love for 30 years and like thinks he's going to put his spin on it, it kind of ruins it sometimes for you. But things change, man. We wanted to change the world when we were young, and now that it's changed, what do you just want to go back to the same old thing? No, So it's always evolving, it's always growing, and you just got to roll with the punches,
Who's feeling my Donna Summer shirt today, huh? That's a first. That's the first time I've worn a Donna Summer shirt on the show. Yep. Nobody noticed it. All right. Yeah, Quadrophenia. You know what? Talking about Quadrophenia, the film, that's a film that hasn't got, they haven't, restored it and relaunched it. That was a great film. I love that film, Quadrophenia.
It's a true cult film.
It was a great film, man.
Orange, huge, It's huge.
Great film. All right, man. You want to shout anybody out?
No, just keeping it cool, keeping everybody's cool. Love everyone. Can't wait to see you at the show. And like I said, anybody wants to get anything from me, collectible wise, people have been hitting me up before the show. I bring it with me, so it's there. And the other crap I bring, whatever I have all the time, I like spreading the love, giving it back. And I'm starting to get on your page where I almost want to have no inventory in my house of anything that I deal with. I just want to have it through a site and everything. I'm gonna hook that up this year.
Hey, 126 Hardcore Clothing sent a shirt for you, dude.
Nice. That's cool.
So, I'm gonna try to throw this shit in my trunk.
All right.
So try to remind me at the show. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Later, Drew. Later, everyone.
Good show today, and thanks. A couple of you hung out till the very end. I'm impressed. Yeah, Ack, I understand. That said, thanks a lot, everybody. Sunday, couple days, is Jake from the Casualties. I really appreciate you supporting the show. It's been almost 2 years. It's incredible. Hegs, one of my staunchest supporters. Thank you, bro. That said, until next time. Thank you, D. It's a great show. Fun. I needed it today. And I hope I brought some joy to your life a little bit today. that's just maybe a little something, a little feel good for a moment. And then thanks, Paulie and Philip and everybody else. I'll see you on Sunday for Jake. Until then, like Creech said, right? Just do good things, man, and good things will come to you.